Hello great scholars, you're welcome back to e-lesson in English language. This is direct and indirect speech part 3. So I will continue in teaching you the guidelines for converting from direct speech to indirect speech, and this is the third one, which is correct use of adverb of time and place. If there is time mentioned in the sentence of a direct speech, the time will be modified in the corresponding indirect speech. Look at this example. She said, "I'm buying a laptop today." So this becomes, she said she was buying a laptop that day. Another example. He said, "I need your help now." This becomes, he said that he needed my help then. Yet another example. He said, "I will sleep here tonight." And it becomes, he said that he will sleep there that night. Okay? We can go on and on and on, but let me give you a summarized table that shows you in brief all the time changes that you will come across when you are changing from direct to indirect speech. Okay, look at this table. Yeah, when you do that, changing from direct to indirect speech now becomes then, here becomes there, today becomes that day, tonight becomes that night, tomorrow becomes the next day or the following day, tomorrow night becomes the following night or next night, yesterday becomes the previous day, this week or month or year becomes that week or month or year, next day or week or month or year becomes the following day, week, month or year, and lastly, last week or last month becomes the week or month before the previous week or month. Okay, let's proceed to the correct use of demonstrative pronoun and adjective, and we are talking about these and these. When these and these are used in direct speech, they are changed to that and those in indirect speech. However, that and those used in direct speech remain unaltered in the corresponding indirect speech. Okay, look at this example. She said, "I'll choose this one." That becomes, she said that she will choose that one. Okay, example 2. I asked the artist, "Are these your works?" And this one becomes, I asked the artist if those were his works. Okay, another example. They said, "We don't want those products." And this becomes, they said that they didn't want those products. Example 4. That will make me angry, said Kanayo. And this one becomes, Kanayo said that would make him angry. Alright, at this juncture, let me give you a series of questions to test your learning ability or your knowledge on all that I've taught you so far. So I call this exercise 2, and I require you to rewrite the following direct speech in indirect speech. Okay, rewrite the following direct speech in indirect speech. Number 1. Betty says, "He is not the type of man I like." Number 2. "Our president is busy," said Mustafa. Number 3. "You said the community will support me." Number 4. She said, "Will a taller person cheat me?" Number 5. They said, "Are ours in the freezer?" Number 6. "You said to me, yours is on the way." Number 7. He said to us, "How do you know this is yours?" Number 8. Ade said, "I shall meet them here next week." Number 9. She said it was ready last week. Number 10. The students asked, "Will we be in school tomorrow?" 11. We asked James, Are these your clothes? Number 12. I played for Manchester United, said Cristiano. 13. We have finished our assignment, said the students. 14. She completed our registration yesterday, said the registrar. And lastly, 15. She said to me, I need your notebook now, please. So, pause the video now and do the exercise. Ensure you complete the exercise before you continue the video. Okay? Right. So, if you are through with the exercise, these are the answers. So you can just pause the video and mark. Betty says it's not the type of man I like becomes Betty says it's not the type of man she likes. 2. Our president is busy, said Mustafa becomes Mustafa said that their president was busy. 3. You said the community will support me becomes you said that the community would support you. 4. She said, will a taller person cheat me? Becomes she asked whether a taller person would cheat her. Number 5. They said are ours in the freezer? This becomes they asked if theirs were in the freezer. 6. You said to me yours is on the way. Becomes you told me that mine was on the way. Okay. Number 7. He said to us, how do you know this is yours? Becomes he asked us how we knew that was ours. 8. Ade said I shall meet them here next week. Becomes Ade said that he should meet them there the following week. Number 9. She said it was ready last week. Becomes she said that it had been ready the week before the previous week. Number 10. The students asked, will we be in school tomorrow? Becomes the students asked if they would be in school the next day. 11. We asked James, are these your clothes? It becomes we asked James whether those were his clothes. 13. We have finished our assignment, said the students. It becomes the students said they had finished their assignment. 14. She completed our registration yesterday, said the registrar. Becomes the registrar said that she had completed our registration the previous day. And lastly, she said to me, I need your notebook now, please. Becomes she said she pleaded with me that she needed my notebook then. Total score 15. So for any punctuation you place wrongly, that is minus half. For error in tenses, you miss a whole mark. Yes, error in tenses, you miss a whole mark. Please be objective on yourself and ensure you evaluate yourself appropriately. So for each one you get right, you get 1 full mark. So let me know what you got. Over 15. So pause the video and go over the corrections now. The next set of questions will require you to change from indirect speech to direct speech. So you may go over the previous slides to learn or relearn the principles. Meanwhile, let's listen. Let's go for this music break. enough. That was Timida Kolo in Let It Shine. Welcome back. This is exercise 3. I require you to rewrite the following indirect speech in direct speech. Number 1. You said that Dangote Group was employing you. Number 2. She asked whether the secretary had called her cousin's name. 3. He told me that mine was taken. 4. Amaka asked if they would arrive there the next day. 5. Sadiq said he was at the airport then because that night was their meeting. So, pause the video now and do the exercise. Yes, pause the video now and do the exercise. When you come back, I'll give you the answers and you'll mark your work. Okay? Alright. Welcome back. Here are your answers. The instruction was write the following indirect speech in direct speech. Question 1. You said that Dangote Group was employing you. The answer is you said Dangote Group is employing me, or Dangote Group is employing me, you said. Okay? Okay. Number 2. The question is, she asked whether the secretary had called her cousin's name. Answer. She said, as the secretary called my cousin's name, or as the secretary called my cousin's name, she said. Number 3. He told me mine was taken. Answer. She told me yours is taken. Or, yours is taken, she said to me. Okay. Number 4. Amaka asked if they would arrive there the next night. Answer. Amaka said, will they arrive here tomorrow night? Or, will they arrive here tomorrow night? Said Amaka. Number 5. Sadiq said he was at the airport then because that night was their meeting. Answer. Sadiq said, I'm at the airport now because tonight is our meeting. Or, I'm at the airport now because tonight is our meeting, said Sadiq. Right, so far I've taught you all you need to know on direct and indirect speech at your level. In the course of the 3 lessons, you learned the description of the subject matter, you learned the components of the direct speech, which are the first statement where reporting verb is located and the reported speech, which is quoted. Okay? You learned about the punctuation rules that guide the writing of direct speech. I taught you the correct placement of comma, quotation marks, question mark, exclamation, and period. You also learned other principles that guide changing from direct to indirect speech and vice versa. These include the correct use of tense, the correct use of subject and object pronouns, the correct use of adverb of time and place, the correct use of demonstrative pronouns and adjective. Okay, you also learned how to rewrite direct speech and indirect speech and vice versa, especially doing so without errors. Very, very important. And we demonstrated this with several examples, and you carried out exercises through which you have adequately evaluated yourself. Ensure you go over the video as often as you require till you master the use of direct and indirect speech. Remember, direct and indirect speech is quite useful for answering questions on comprehension, narrative essay, and of course improved communication in English. Okay, students, that's all for now. Watch out for more e-lesson and keep studying. Meanwhile, you can ask me your questions via WhatsApp, and that's my WhatsApp number there. The full transcript of this video can be seen on my website, and